Alright, this is WhyBeAre with a test run video for a novel idea I had. First off, the main idea was I'm going to play Black Mesa and I gotta do it unique because I'm me and I can't just do a normal Let's Play for a game that's more popular. So the conclusion I came to is I'm going to try to play Black Mesa and Half-Life at the same time. I was literally using the same controls for both. That failed miserably. I might upload it just as a joke, but it failed. So now I'm like, okay, what can I do that's still kind of a cool thing? My conclusion I came to is I'll play Black Mesa and I'll try to follow the path as best as I can with Half-Life and kind of match them up and play them together. Now the problem is, if I overlay the video, you miss some of the Black Mesa. And Black Mesa is going to be the main concentration. So I said, okay, how can I make it where if you care about the Half-Life comparison, you can see it, but if you don't, you can see just Black Mesa without uploading 2 videos. Then it hit me, YouTube's 3D mode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Black Mesa on the left side of the 3D, and then I'll have Half-Life on the right side. So technically, if everything goes right, you should be able to go to 3D mode button and hit change viewing model, pick no glasses, okay? So just follow along and to try this out if you want to try this out. And then if you hit left only, it'll show just Black Mesa, and if you hit right only, it'll show just Half-Life. Half-Life won't have any commentary related to it because all the commentary will be related to Black Mesa. As far as I know, there's no way to kind of have 2 different commentary tracks for the different ones. If I could, I would, but I don't think you can. And then, now if you try parallel, you should be able to have Black Mesa on one side and Half-Life on the other. And you can watch both to see the comparison. This is just one of those ideas I had that was just entirely crazy. I don't even know if it'll work properly, but we're going to just try this out. We're going to do like a little bit of the intro to Black Mesa just to kind of, you know, get like a comparison point. I'm going to record the whole intro, but I'm only going to edit up like a minute or 2 of it. And then we'll have a comparison point. And this is just one of my crazy ideas, like I said. You know, WhyBeAre being WhyBeAre.
Good morning and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is 8:47 a.m. Current topside temperature is 93 degrees, with an estimated high of 105. The Black Mesa compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times.
Alright, so I'm trying not to talk over the music right now or the voices because the music's actually really quite pleasant and it's specifically made for the game. And I think you can buy just the music. You can't buy the game. The game you see here, Black Mesa Source, is free. As long as you have Source Game, I think. But the music track you can buy, and it is really a pleasant music track. I was just letting it run. But now there's no music, so I can, you know, talk about whatever. This one I am trying to move my mouth like extra smooth, and really this one will be a lot smoother than any of the other ones because I know later on Black Mesa team did some modifications to the game to make it more playable by today's standards, so that's when things will probably go to hell. But for these first few videos, things might be pretty actually decent. I'll be using
Train is inbound from level 3 dormitories to Sector C test labs and control facilities. If your intended destination is a high security area beyond Sector C, you will need to return to the Central Transit Hub in Area 9 and board a high security train.
what I was saying is I'm going to try to do the syncing of the videos.
Submitted your identity to the retinal clearance system. You must report to Black Mesa personnel for processing before you will be permitted into the high security branch of the transit system.
Using slow-mo and fast-mo. Okay, I can talk now. There, stop talking. But I'm gonna try to sync them up by making Half-Life go fast and slow to make it kind of match up as best as I can. Because these trams run at different speeds. I've tried this a couple times. This is like 5th time I've seen the intro.
To the high toxicity of material routinely handled in the Black Mesa compound, no smoking, eating, or drinking are permitted within the Black Mesa transit system.
So I know exactly what I'm doing to some extent, but I absolutely have no idea what I'm doing on the other hand. It's really quite a magnificent combination, if I do say so myself.
Please keep your limbs inside the train at all times. Do not attempt to open the doors until the train has come to a complete halt at the station platform. In the event of an emergency, passengers are to remain seated and await further instruction. If it is necessary to exit the train, disabled personnel should be evacuated first. Please stay away from electrified rails and proceed to an emergency station until assistance arrives.
It would be a lot easier to match these together though, if I just said, alright, look straight. But no, I don't want to do that. I want to see, like, if I was actually playing, it'd be even a lot worse than probably this even. I'm being honest, you know, it wouldn't match up nearly as much, because this is like look at point A to move mouse to point B. It's pretty simple to kind of get these to match up alright, but when I get to actually playing, that's when, like I said, I don't know how this will work out. This is a test video just to see if the concept itself will work. I don't even know if the concept will work, let alone anything more than that. I know I said I was just going to be only half the intro, but you know what, I'm just going to be like, screw it, and we're going to do a whole intro. And this will be part 1. Intro's like 8 minutes long in Black Mesa, and then like 4 in Half-Life. So one thing I got to try to do is actually record Half-Life in a really high FPS, so when I slow it down, it doesn't look too bad. I've learned that from experience. This is, you know, first off, I'm like, okay, I got to do these in 4:3 resolution to properly get a 3D display that doesn't look too bad when you have it in a non-3D mode. And then I'm like, alright, so now if I'm doing it like this, I need to record them both in that, and they were both in widescreen, so I was like, oh great, got to scrap that. And I had that edited out where it was like kind of like a picture-in-picture with the Black Mesa on top. I mean, Half-Life on top of Black Mesa, and it didn't work. I didn't like it. It was just like, no, it covers up half of Black Mesa. Some people might just want Black Mesa, so I'm like, how can I... And then...
A reminder that the Black Mesa Hazard Course Decathlon will commence this evening at 1900 hours in the Level 3 facility. The semifinals for high-security personnel will be announced in a separate secure broadcast transmission. Remember, more lives than yours may depend on your fitness.
Yeah, but I have really no idea how this is going to work out. There's a lot of editing involved, though. I already know that.
Friend or relative who would make a valuable addition to the Black Mesa team? Immediate openings are available in the areas of materials handling and low clearance security. Please contact Black Mesa personnel for further information. If you have an associate with a background in the areas of theoretical physics, biotechnology, or other high-tech disciplines, please contact our civilian recruiting team. The Black Mesa facility is an equal opportunity employer.
One idea I had is, you know, I don't know if YouTube's 3D will always look like this. I should have a normal just Black Mesa, you know, as a backup video. I'll probably keep them private, and then I'll publicize them if anything ever goes wrong, I guess. But for, you know, that's my plan. I'm gonna have this as like the main. This is WhyBeAre doing something totally different, totally unique, making it me. I feel like this is why I'm great at Let's Plays.
Regular radiation and biohazard screenings are a requirement of continued employment in the Black Mesa Research Facility. Missing a scheduled urinalysis or radiation checkup is grounds for immediate termination. If you feel you have been exposed to radioactive or other hazardous materials in the course of your duties, contact your radiation safety officer immediately. Work safe. Work smart. Your future depends on it.
Anyways, what I'm saying though is like, I'm not good at Let's Plays because of my commentary. I'm straight up, I know I'm a kind of boring guy. I'm good at Let's Plays because I do the crazy shit like this. At least as far as I'm concerned.
Arriving at Sector C test labs and control facilities.
And that'll be the end spot. I'll kind of let him open the door too, but that's about it. So let's wish me some luck on this insane thing I'm doing. Like I said, I don't think anybody has ever done anything like this. Ever. I'm going to be the first as far as I'm concerned. If anybody has, I am not taking your idea. This is just, I told you my progression of thoughts and how I came to this conclusion. If you somehow came to this conclusion too, you're as whacked out as me. We should be friends, man. Fuck arguing about who did it first. You can say, oh, straight up, I did it here.
Looks like you're running late.
But we should be friends for both coming to that conclusion somehow. Alright, I kind of talked over a lot more things than I wanted to, which is too bad. Anyways, I'm off to record the Half-Life edition, and then I'm going to be editing this up, and I'm going to upload a test video, and maybe I'll let you see it. Maybe not, to get some general feedback. Alright, WhyBeAre, saying see ya.